Hi, everyone. My name is Chef Ismael, and welcome to another episode of Chef Ismael's Kitchen Quest. So, in this episode, I wanted to speak about the top 5 things I wish I knew before becoming a chef. It's the type of advice I would have given myself back when I was first starting out as a 16-year-old. So, the first thing is going to be that passion is not enough. When I first started in this industry, it wasn't something that I really wanted to do. So, I didn't have all the passion for it. This job was actually something that I needed to do just to be able to pay the bills. And so, as time went on, I started to love the industry. I started to enjoy what I was doing. And at some point, I got to a level where I had a love and a passion for what I was doing. And eventually, that passion started to dwindle down. At the end of the day, what I needed was discipline. I needed to stay consistent and I needed to show up when I didn't feel like it. In my previous episode, when I spoke about getting scolded by my chef when I showed up an hour late due to the time change, that really did change the way I looked at time. I realized that no matter how good I thought I became, none of that really mattered if I wasn't dependable. Passion, that will get you excited, but discipline, that's where it's going to build your legacy and your reputation. The second thing is going to be that the kitchen will break you if you're not ready for it. Real quick, if you're enjoying this conversation and you want more behind the scenes stories of the hospitality industry, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's free, it'll help us grow, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming up next. Now back to the conversation. Nobody tells you how intense the life is. Some of my chefs that I've had in the past were office chefs. And they looked very comfortable. They looked like they were enjoying their time in the office. And at some point, that was really irritating me because as a chef, you should be a leader. You should be someone that us cooks look up to, right? And so when I finally became a chef, I did not want to replicate what they were doing. The hours were long, the stress was high, and the pace was never ending. I missed a lot of holidays. I missed a lot of birthdays. I was on my feet 12, 14, sometimes even 16 hours a day. And at some point, my body and my mind needed a break. But sometimes that will of wanting to be perfect or wanting to improve won't let you. So I learned the hard way that if you don't take care of yourself physically and mentally, the kitchen will eat you alive. Please know that burnout is real and understand that that does not make you weak. It only means that you're human. So take your breaks and enjoy going outside of the kitchen. One thing that I like to do is I enjoy going on hikes. I enjoy walking my dog. I enjoy being in the moment with the family. So make sure you are all taking care of yourselves physically and mentally. So the third thing is going to be probably the most important thing on this list, in my opinion, and it's something that I have always emphasized in all of my kitchens, and that is communication. Communication can make or break your team. I didn't realize how important communication was until I became a chef. When I was a cook, the only thing I needed to respond to my chef was yes, chef, oui, chef, heard, whatever the kitchen used or said to be able to communicate that you understood the assignment and that you were going to acknowledge what they had said, essentially, right? And that was as a line cook. Now, moving forward as a chef, not only are you communicating with your team, but you're also communicating with vendors, with guests, the owners, sometimes investors, whoever it is that you're communicating with. That was a whole nother level of communication for me. Sometimes the owners wanted a hour by hour itinerary for a certain event. I've had vendors come to me and tell me, hey, I don't have said item. And so now I have to adjust the menu accordingly to make sure that our guests are going to be happy and satisfied with the new changes on the menu for that day. There are other times where I had a great line of communication with my team. And so they were able to explain to me, hey, I won't be able to show up for this shift because of whatever reason. And that way it allowed me to plan ahead of time. Having great communication with your team is going to definitely give you the upper hand. because at the end of the day, you don't want to be left in the rain essentially when your cook calls out and you have no one to fill in that shift. So building that trust and communicating with your team and understanding that they also have a life is extremely important. So, and at the end of the day, if we're not talking, we're failing. So now that I'm a private chef and I run my own kitchen and I have my own sous chef and I'm working with clients, one of the most important things that I push with everything was communication. If something's wrong, whether it's a dish or someone's mental state, I wanted to hear it because without communication, the kitchen falls apart, period. The fourth thing is that not all kitchens are all the same. I used to think that all chefs had each other's backs and that we were all on the same mission, whether it was going for an award for the city or creating good food, keeping our budget low and our quality high. So I basically thought that we were all on the same mission. But I learned the hard way that not everybody has the same vision or even has your back. That's probably a story for another time. Some kitchens are toxic. Some are built on ego. And some will even break you down to the point where you don't even recognize yourself. And if you're in a kitchen like that, don't be afraid to leave. Sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. You deserve a place that teaches, that uplifts you, that motivates you, and continues to challenge you to grow, not one that drains your spirit. And if you're ever in the position of leadership, remember, be the chef you wish you had. And the last one is that you're building a legacy, not just a resume. I've been in this industry for a pretty long time, I'd say. And the more I realize, it's not just about the food I put out. It's about the amount of knowledge and motivation that I'm pouring out into everybody, even you. Every cook I've trained, every conversation I've had, or even you, the listener, who follows my Instagram, my TikTok, my podcast, you're all part of this journey. You don't become great by just holding everything in. You become great when you start to uplift others and motivate them. And the only way that this industry will get better is through guiding, mentoring, and sharing your knowledge to future generations. So my closing thoughts, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be committed. Be humble, be hungry, and be present. Surround yourself around people who care about this industry, not just about the tickets or the tips. And so, those are the 5 things I would have told my younger self. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, stay passionate, stay focused, and keep moving forward with the purpose.